Everywhere you see a tree in this lake was dry land at one time, part of the swamp.
Yeah.
So now there's a 5-mile earthen dam that holds water year round now. Now, you know, in school, we're not taught these things, you know, like... So what the definition would be, a forest that floods. So, you know, one of the craziest things, I think, is that there are no gators in the swamp. And they beat this to death. Swamp tour alligator, you can't say one without the other, pretty much. But a swamp is a dry forest, no gators. You might get them passing through when it floods, but that's about it. Now, normally you would see them in the marshes south of here, bayou and river channels and oxbow lakes. Anything that holds water year round. So, you know, the only way you can do a swamp tour year round, you have to have a dam. Anywhere you go year round, you're gonna have it, so please don't get the lake round. But the foolproof way to know if you're in a swamp is if you only see these two trees. Bottom, they go straight down. In fact, in your mind's eye, think of the surface of the water as dry land. They look normal again. So that's that transfer. Now, everything else, like I said, is opposite. Your tupelo has the broad flat leaf, opposed to the needles of a cypress. And then the base of this tupelo is smooth like a barrel, opposed to the skirt that the cypress is making, the bumpy base. Now the tupelo is also a hardwood, which is good for carving. And then the cypress is opposite of that. It's a softwood, good for lumber.
Oh yeah.
There's another gator on this log.
Yeah,
The bigger logs, the better territories, and the most girlfriends. So when a gator's done eating, he gets these solar panels up out of the water, and he wants to get as hot as he can. His target temperature is going to be around 86 degrees, and once he can achieve that, they'll open up their mouth, and kind of like a dog, they can't let the extra heat out. If you ever seen a gator up on a log with his mouth open, that's the major of the two reasons he does that. But what's really happening is that when you reach that 86 degrees, it's also peaking out his metabolism. So you digest food faster, you eat again sooner. Then you grow more, and that's all it's really about. But it's going to be somewhere between 600 and 800 years old.
Wow.
Okay. Now, the reason they left it, the dead branch at the top, and that's an indication that it has a fungus they call pecky rot fungus. It attacks the heartwood of the tree. I think this is the right way.
One of those fake hippopotamuses is gonna jump out.
Now, this is the very first thing, though, that channels water out of the swamp, out of these trees, and they dump into a bayou. The bayous are a little bit deeper, a little bit wider, more like 15 to 30 feet deep. And then now they channel water to the river. The river's running 30 to 60, and then out to the Gulf. So that's your basic difference between the swamp and the bayou. I seen one where they had a bunch of snakes and stuff. They looked like they was in somebody's backyard. Quiet for a long time, and he just kind of came out of nowhere with this. But he said, "Hey, what you think the loneliest bayou in the world is?" I was just a little kid. I didn't really think about it long. He goes, "Blue Bayou." He said, "Nope." I thought I had it, but he said, "Nope, that's the saddest one."
Where'd it go?
It's the male. 8 and under, to be 100% sure, you gotta go flip them.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, they can keep that secret. I'm not that curious.
That's a nice one.
But I'm trying to get this thing to start growing.